Right now, the extended car warranty industry is pulling in over $40 billion a year, every single year. And here is the thing. A staggering portion of that money never reaches a single repair bay. It gets collected in premiums. It gets parked in corporate accounts. It gets consumed by commissions, administrative fees, and the salaries of claims adjusters whose real job description might as well read, "Find a reason to say no." The market exploded after 2020. Used car prices surged, factory warranties expired early on millions of pandemic-era vehicles, and consumers were left scrambling for protection. And when scared buyers flood a market, the predators are never far behind. Third-party warranty companies sprouted virtually overnight, armed with slick advertising, celebrity spokespeople, and contracts so dense with exclusions they could double as legal traps for anyone who dared to actually use them. Here is what the warranty salesman will not tell you. Most policies in this industry are written by lawyers, for lawyers. The default position is denial. The burden of proof is placed entirely on you. And when a claim lands on an adjuster's desk, that adjuster's incentive is to protect the company's margin, not your wallet, not your livelihood, and certainly not the promise that got you to sign in the first place. But here is where it gets truly important. Not every company in this industry operates like that. While the bad actors were busy cashing in, a smaller group of providers was quietly building a track record of actually honoring their contracts, paying $5,000 transmission jobs without a fight, approving engine replacements inside 48 hours. Becoming the specific companies that the service writers at your dealership recommend by name, voluntarily without any incentive to do so. Today, we are drawing a hard line. 4 warranty companies you need to avoid, backed by FTC settlements, state-level enforcement, actions, bankruptcy filings, and federal prison sentences, and 3 that have genuinely earned the right to be called legitimate. Stick around until the end, because the third warranty that actually pays out has a reputation that will genuinely surprise you. Let's get into it. 4 warranties to avoid, warranty to avoid. Number 1. CarShield. Let's start with the biggest name in the room, and the biggest federal scandal in the history of this industry. CarShield has been everywhere. Television, radio, social media, sports broadcasts. They had celebrity endorsers, targeted advertising aimed at seniors on fixed incomes, and one of the most saturating ad campaigns in the history of vehicle service contracts. Their core promise was simple, seductive, and repeated constantly. Quote, "You will never pay for expensive car repairs again." End quote. Here is the thing. The Federal Trade Commission did not buy it, and in July 2024, neither did the courts. CarShield agreed to pay $10 million to settle FTC charges that its advertisements and telemarketing were, in the agency's own words, deceptive and misleading. The settlement addressed the documented reality that customers paying up to $120 per month were discovering that most of their repairs simply were not covered, despite every advertisement promising otherwise. Translation: the policy you were paying for, month after month, was engineered with enough exclusionary language to render it nearly useless at the exact moment you needed it most. And get this. Between September 2019 and November 2022 alone, CarShield earned approximately $600 million in commissions. $600 million. The FTC subsequently identified 168,179 customers who had legitimate claims denied during that period. The agency distributed $9.6 million in refund checks. That is not a rounding error. That is a federal government's official confirmation, backed by court filings, that this company's promises did not match its performance at an industrial scale. The real kicker is that CarShield's celebrity endorsers were also cited by the FTC for making false statements in those exact ads. When the federal government penalizes your spokespeople for the script they were handed, that tells you everything about the culture at the top of the organization. Bottom line, CarShield is the industry's most visible cautionary tale, a financial trap dressed as a celebrity endorsement backed by $600 million in premiums and propped up by a marketing machine that federal regulators ultimately had to dismantle. Avoid it. But if you think CarShield's denial machine was brazen, wait until you hear what the next company pulled on its own paying customers. Warranty to avoid number 2, Oxcar Care. Oxcar Care does not have a $10 million FTC judgment attached to its name. What it does have is 949 Better Business Bureau complaints filed in just 3 years, and 358 of those came in the last 12 months alone. That complaint velocity should trigger every alarm in your decision-making process. Here is what the actual experience of purchasing an Oxcar Care policy looks like in practice. When independent researchers at NerdWallet attempted to obtain a simple quote, They discovered there was no online option. You have to call in, which immediately hands control to a high-pressure sales representative. When a quote was eventually emailed over, it arrived at a higher price than the number quoted on the phone. The researchers emailed back requesting clarification. They received no response. But they did receive daily texts, daily emails, and continued unsolicited phone calls for days afterward. And get this. In a separate attempt, researchers were told no quote would be sent at all unless a deposit was placed. First, let that land for a moment. This company demands money before it will even tell you what you are buying. That is not a sales process. That is a pressure mechanism. But here is where it gets truly costly for anyone who does sign up. The deductible structure in years 1 and 2 is set at 30% of the total repair cost, with a $200 minimum. Translation: bring a $1,000 repair to a shop, and $300 of that bill is yours before the policy contributes a single cent. One verified customer reported paying $164.67 every month for 2 full consecutive years, and when they finally needed repairs, every single claim was denied. The claims adjuster did not call back. Over $2,000 in out-of-pocket costs, after 2 years of premium payments to a company that offered nothing in return. That is not vehicle protection. That is a monthly subscription to the illusion of security. Before we move to number 3, I want to hear from you directly. Have you ever had a warranty claim denied? Drop the company name in the comments right now. Let's build a public record together and expose every single one of them. Warranty to avoid. Number 3. U.S. Fidelis. U.S. Fidelis did not just take money and quietly disappear. It took money, lied to consumers across 40 states, and ended with its founders serving time in federal prison. At its peak, U.S. Fidelis was one of the largest third-party warranty sellers in the entire country. Their marketing operation was relentless and deliberately deceptive. Mailers were designed to look like official correspondence from automobile manufacturers and franchise dealerships. Telemarketers told customers they were calling on behalf of the original vehicle manufacturer. The entire operation was engineered to manufacture the appearance of authority, and it worked until it catastrophically and publicly collapsed. The Better Business Bureau recorded more than 1,000 complaints against the company within a single 36-month window. More than 40 states launched coordinated investigations into the company for systematic violations of the Do Not Call registry and for deliberately misleading consumers about the company's actual corporate affiliations and the nature of its products. Here is the thing. This was not a compliance failure or an overzealous sales team that pushed too hard. At the conclusion of the multi-state investigation in 2012, company co-founders Darian Atkinson and Corey Atkinson both pled guilty to insurance fraud, felony stealing, and multiple additional criminal violations. Darian Atkinson was sentenced to 8 years in federal prison. Corey Atkinson received a 4-year sentence. The real kicker is that thousands of customers had already paid their premiums in full by the time the criminal proceedings concluded. When the company disintegrated under the weight of the investigation, those consumers had no one to call, no live claims to file, and no practical recourse beyond whatever fragmented state restitution programs could be assembled after the fact. Bottom line, U.S. Fidelis is the clearest case study in this industry of what happens when the entire business model is the scam. It was never a legitimate warranty company that made poor decisions. It was a fraud operation wearing a warranty company's branding, and when that branding was stripped away by 40 states and a federal court, the people left most exposed were the ones who had trusted it most completely. If U.S. Fidelis is the crime drama, the next company on this list is the quieter, subtler, and ultimately just as damaging version of the same story. Warranty to avoid. Number 4. Direct Buy Auto Warranty. Direct Buy Auto Warranty did not end in prison sentences. It ended in bankruptcy, and for the thousands of consumers who had paid for what they were explicitly told was comprehensive. Protection, the financial outcome was exactly the same. Contracts backed by nothing and repair bills paid entirely out of pocket. The company's pitch was professionally packaged and aggressively deployed. Comprehensive warranty coverage, most repairs paid in full. Real peace of mind the moment your factory coverage expires. Standard language delivered with the confidence of a company that had rehearsed it thoroughly. Here is the thing. In 2015, the state of New Jersey reached an $810,000 settlement with Direct Buy Auto Warranty after state investigators determined the company had systematically misled customers about the true nature and scope of their coverage. The lawsuit alleged violations of the New Jersey Consumer Fraud Act, the Plain Language Act, the Corporations Act, and multiple state and federal advertising regulations. These are not minor technicalities. These are foundational consumer protection statutes. And get this, the core of the case was not about ambiguous contract language. The policies direct buy auto warranty sold were so saturated with exclusions that customers who experienced real mechanical breakdowns, the exact events the warranty was designed and sold to cover, were being forced to pay every dollar of those repairs out of their own pockets. The word comprehensive in their marketing materials was not a description of coverage. It was a sales tool. The real kicker is what happened after New Jersey ordered the company to cease operations within the state. Direct Buy Auto Warranty did not restructure. It did not reform its contracts or revise its exclusion lists. It filed for bankruptcy. The business model could not survive the accountability of a single state's enforcement action, which tells you precisely how sustainable it would have been if every affected state had pursued the same case simultaneously. Bottom line, Direct Buy Auto Warranty is the quiet predator of this list. No federal investigation at scale, no nationally recognized celebrity campaign, no headline-generating criminal trial, just a contract designed to collect, a state settlement that confirmed what consumers had already experienced, and a bankruptcy filing that left every remaining policyholder with paper that was worth exactly nothing. Here is where this video pivots, because for everything we just walked through, the federal settlements, the prison sentences, the bankruptcy filings, there is a part of this industry that functions exactly the way it is supposed to. 3 companies whose customers actually got paid. 3 companies that service writers recommend by name, voluntarily, without any incentive to do so. 3 warranties that pay out. Warranty that pays out. Number 1. Endurance. Endurance carries the single most important structural advantage in this category. It is a direct provider. Most third-party warranty sellers are brokers. They collect your premium, route your contract to a separate administrator, and insert themselves as a fee-collecting layer between you and your claim. That buffer creates friction and authorization delays at the exact moment you need a repair approved. With Endurance, that buffer does not exist. You deal directly with the company. The claim goes to Endurance. The approval comes from Endurance. There is no middleman to hide behind. Here is the thing. Endurance was ranked on the 2019 Inc. 5000 list of the most successful businesses in the United States. It holds an A+ financial strength rating from AM Best, the independent credit rating agency whose benchmark confirms a company's actual ability to pay what it owes. Endurance is also certified by the Vehicle Protection Association. And get this, the company has accumulated over 13,596 Trustpilot reviews at a sustained 4-star aggregate rating. For a warranty provider, a product category that generates complaints by its very nature, that volume at that rating is a hard-to-fake signal that claims are being honored consistently. Coverage plans span from basic powertrain protection to near-total inclusionary coverage built to fit vehicles across age and mileage ranges. Bottom line, Endurance is the industry's North Star for direct provider accountability. When you pay a monthly premium, you deserve a company that stands behind the product, not one that outsources the hard part. If this breakdown is giving you real value, hit subscribe right now and turn on notifications. There is a lot more of this industry left to examine. Warranty that pays out. Number 2. Carex has been operating for over 20 years, in a space where companies routinely appear, collect premiums, and vanish inside 3 years. Continuous operation for 2 decades is itself a statement about the underlying health of the business. The company holds an A+ BBB rating and has maintained uninterrupted accreditation since 2009. 16 consecutive years of meeting documented standards for transparency, complaint resolution, and ethical advertising. It earned a perfect 10 out of 10 on Thoroughly Reviewed and a 4.7 out of 5 for industry standing in Automoblog's independent review methodology. 84% of more than 1,500 Trustpilot reviews land at 4 or 5 stars. And get this, Carex allows customers to take their vehicle to any licensed repair facility, not a restricted in-network list. That single provision eliminates one of the most commonly abused denial mechanisms in this industry, the unapproved repair facility rejection, which lets bad faith companies void a valid claim based solely on where you parked the car. The real kicker is the entry structure. Carex offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, something companies with nothing to hide are comfortable offering, bundled with 24/7 roadside assistance at no additional cost. Bottom line, 20+ years of documented fulfillment, an A+ rating held for 16 consecutive years, and a repair facility provision that removes a key denial loophole. Carex is the gold standard of proof, and proof is the only currency that matters here. Warranty that pays out. Number 3. CNA National does not run television commercials. It does not send mailers designed to look like manufacturer correspondence. What it has instead is something no advertisement can manufacture: unsolicited voluntary endorsements from dealership service writers who watch warranty companies fail every single day. Service advisors navigate warranty approvals across thousands of individual claims, across dozens of vehicle makes, across the full range of repair types. When those professionals, who have no incentive to recommend anything, go on record in automotive forums naming a specific provider, that endorsement carries more weight than any celebrity, any slogan, and any marketing campaign. CNA National is the name that surfaces consistently. Quote, "Phenomenal in every single transaction." That is the language of a professional who has been burned by every other option and found one that actually works. Here is the thing. CNA National administers vehicle service contracts for CarMax, one of the highest volume used car retailers in the United States. That relationship did not happen through advertising. It happened through a diligence process that evaluated the company's actual claims structure, administrative capability, and financial capacity to pay. When a business of CarMax's scale selects a single warranty administrator to back its product, it is not guessing. The real kicker is structural. CNA National is organized as a warranty administrator first, not a marketing operation that happens to sell contracts. When claims fulfillment is the core function, honoring the contract is the product. Denying claims erodes the only thing the business is built around. Translation: CNA National has a structural incentive to pay that most of its competitors fundamentally lack. Bottom line, no ads, no celebrity endorsements, no fine print traps. Just bulletproof contract language, administrator-first incentives, and the quiet, voluntary trust of the industry's most skeptical professionals. Here is the full picture. The extended car warranty industry is a battlefield between companies designed to collect and companies designed to pay. The gap between those two categories is not subtle. It is the difference between a $10 million FTC settlement and an A+ BBB rating held for 16 years. It is the difference between a founder serving 8 years in federal prison and a company recommended by dealership service writers with nothing to gain from the recommendation. Before you sign anything, run this 5-point check. 1. Verify the BBB rating and read the actual complaint text. 2. Confirm whether you are dealing with a direct provider or a broker with a third-party administrator between you and your claim. 3. Read the exclusions section word for word, specifically wear and tear carve-outs, pre-existing condition clauses, and repair facility restrictions. 4. Search the company name alongside lawsuit, FTC, and settlement before a single dollar changes hands. 5. Ask the service advisor at your regular shop which warranty companies they recommend and which ones they dread. Their answer is the most accurate data point available to you. Here is the thing. Every item on that list is free. Every check takes under 20 minutes. But the cost of skipping them, as 168,000 CarShield customers, every US Fidelis policyholder at the moment of collapse, and every direct buy auto warranty customer with worthless paper can confirm, is measured in thousands of dollars. The legitimate options exist. Carex has operated honestly for over 20 years. Endurance carries an A+ underwriting rating and 13,000 verified positive reviews. CNA National has the voluntary trust of the industry's most cynical professionals. You have real choices, but only if you do the homework first. Bottom line, the $40 billion question is not whether you need extended coverage, it is whether the company you sign with is in the business of paying claims or in the business of avoiding them. You now know which 4 to walk away from and which 3 are actually worth your money. Hit subscribe if you want the truth about protecting your investment in 2026, because the next video goes even deeper, and the industry does not want you watching it.